We are joined by Westminster College volleyball head coach Natalia Karizna. Thank you for joining me today, Coach.
Thank you. My pleasure.
A question for you in regards to your early season play. You really scheduled a tough competition. How do you think that prepared you for once you got into conference play, and then obviously your ultimate goal of postseason play?
We kind of separated our tournaments and the conference matches. We knew it's tough competition, and it was mainly we were focused on growing and learning from the experience. And I think we were challenged a lot at the tournaments, played really amazing teams. And it just showed us that we have to work harder and get better and who we want to be. I don't think we really talked about it a lot towards the game at the conference because we separated it well. So we were just focusing on one game at a time and best performance from our side. So I don't think it really affected us other than we showed great competition and we knew that we want to get better.
This is your first year down at Westminster College. Coach, can you talk a little bit about what it's been like for your first year down in Fulton and what it was like to step into the program and make the SLIAC conference tournament in your first year with the Blue Jays?
Definitely excited about being here. Great opportunity. The team is really made of amazing girls. I think we clicked pretty well. I feel like they feel me well. They know I'm here for them. That's the style of coaching. I want to better the girls and better the game and make it work. And if it works for them and they're playing well, that works for me. Of course, I challenge my team and set high goals just because, I need to set high goals and I think we have a big potential. So I'm really glad and thrilled that we achieved the goal. I think we have good team chemistry. We're just working hard again, focusing on every game and just trying to, better the game. And that's really our goal. And it happened. I told them the score and the outcome, it's a secondary for us. Yeah, we all want to be a great team and win, and we know we can. But it needs to be focused on playing hard and make sure that we're self-disciplined and just perform the best we can, and the outcome will happen.
Final question for you today. Can you talk a little bit about your balanced attack? You have 6 players with over 100 kills on the season. Can you talk a little bit about that strategy and how that has allowed you to be successful this season on the court?
Yes, we definitely have a strong team offensively. We're a pretty young team, so it's not always as consistent as we would like. We knew that to become a really strong team, everybody needs to get involved, and we're just trying to balance and put the responsibilities to all players just so we can progress and grow as a team. And there are games that, one player stand out more than another, and I think that's every game create different leader, and I'm really happy that always one person or 2 people step up, but we know we want to get to the point that everybody's going to be on the highest level and everybody's going to be able to handle hitting and handle everything in the key moments for us. So that was the goal, and I think we understand that's the only one way we can become a strong team.
Thank you for joining me today, Coach, and we look forward to seeing you on Saturday at the tournament.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Greenville University head coach Tom Ackerman. Thank you for joining us, Tom.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Coach, you lost quite a bit from your team last year, but this year you had some players step up, especially Sarah Watts and Brittany Bell. Can you talk about them?
Yeah, for sure. Those are definitely 2 kids that we're going to lean into heavily going into the conference tournament. I think it's always important to have veteran kids when you go into the conference tournament that have been there, and those kids definitely know what they're doing. They've been there and been in that championship game the last how many ever years. So Brittany Bell for us is a superstar kid who actually has come on late. So she was dealing with a finger injury at the beginning of the season, and she had a slow start. I think she was a little timid, but my goodness, if she can play like she did this weekend, I'm feeling really, really good about things. So she's definitely come into her own, not only attacking-wise, but her block is definitely better than it was last year as well. So huge piece for us, and we count on her a lot. She's also one of our captains. Another one of our captains is Sarah Watts that you mentioned. Sarah's a kid that's got a lot of skills. She can do a lot of things, hurt teams, in a variety of ways, hitting and attacking. But more importantly with Sarah is she's a culture kid for us. So players want her on the floor. They want to be around her. She's just someone who makes us better, really holds the line on who we are and what we want to be about. And she brings a lot to our team for sure. And then our third captain's Allison Mitchell, and she does a lot for us as well on the floor. So ton of contribution from those three kids, no question.
One of the more experienced players that you did bring back was Allison Mitchell. She seems to be that player that you always turn to when you need either a rally point or to stop the opposing team's rally. Can you talk about Mitch?
Yeah, no question. Allison has always been a good player for us from day one. So she came in, was the newcomer of the year, a great player, had a good run, but she wanted more. She really wanted to be a 6 rotation player, and I kind of outlined for her what that would look like and what she would have to do, and she did that and more. So she's exceeded our expectations, lived in the gym for a couple of years there, and just continued to take as many reps until people's shoulders were tired. So she just would love to be in there and love to get better, and she wants to be great at everything that she does. So she's a kid that we really count on for sure. She is our all-time kill leader, ace leader, and point leader. So that's a big deal for us, especially with the success we've had in the last 10 years or so. So big time kid. It'd be hard to argue that we've had a better volleyball player, all around volleyball player in our program, probably the best outside hitter we've had for sure. So can't say enough good things about her. When it comes down to it, we want teams serving at her. We want to set her. And a lot of times everybody in the gym knows who the ball's going to go to, especially in the conference, but she still finds a way to score and be productive. So we lean on her a lot, and we're expecting big things from her next weekend, no question.
You mentioned the success of your middles. One of those is freshman Anna Finch. What an outstanding year she's had. Can you talk about her season?
Yeah. What a kid. Probably the best freshman we've had contributing out of the gate. So the kid just doesn't make mistakes. She is super consistent. Our middles are 1 and 2 in hitting percentage in the conference, and she's in the front there leading the way. So I think the last time I looked, she had 20 hitting errors of almost 400 compared to 400 attempts in the conference so far. So she just doesn't make mistakes. When she does, we're all kind of like, what happened? But she can score, and she just doesn't get rattled. So her game, her consistency, her hitting percentage is a good reflection of who she is as a human. So she's just very stable, emotionally sound. She doesn't have this roller coaster about her. We can be up by 10 or down by 10, and Anna's just going to be the same kid. What I really like about her is she celebrates others' victories probably more than she celebrates herself. So that's just who she is, and got to find more kids like that for sure. So we're excited about the weekend, excited about the tournament, feel really good about it. We know the system, we know how it works, and can't wait to be out there.
All right, well, thanks for joining us, Tom, and we'll see you Saturday.
Yep, take care.
We are joined by Webster University coach Mary Graff. Thank you for joining us.
My pleasure.
Coach, your team has a nice mixture of upperclassmen and seniors, but in particular your seniors, you have quite a few important players on your team that are seniors. Can you talk a little about how they've been able to achieve their goals so far and what they're looking forward to the rest of this year?
Correct, yes. This group of seniors was freshmen when we won the conference tournament at Greenville. So that's certainly something that they remember fondly and would love to repeat. They've worked really hard kind of trying to establish the program and bring the newcomers in and, lead them in the right direction. So,
Coach, we mentioned your seniors, but also you have some underclassmen as well that have really stepped up this year in Sam Cruzy and Taylor Kissel. Can you talk about them a little bit?
Yeah, it's always exciting when you have freshmen that step up and, you put them in the lineup from pretty much day one. Both of them earned spots and have been varsity starters for us most of the year. So it's awesome when they come into a program and feel comfortable and are able to actually perform at that level right away. And both of those ladies, like you mentioned, Sam Cruzy and, Taylor Kissel is actually a transfer, I should say. She's a sophomore. But then also we've had Kristen Farah, who has played defense for us most of the year as well.
Coach, one of the things I've noticed about your team this year has really been your defense at the net. Can you talk a little bit about how important that is for your team to have success on the court? You rank first in the conference in both blocks per set and total blocks.
Well, blocking obviously is the best form of defense. I mean, if you can stop the ball at the net, that simplifies it for everyone. And honestly, we've been very fortunate with both Emmy Binding and Rachel Menzel, our middles. Neither one of those ladies is very tall. They've been with me for 4 years now and continue to develop and improve as blockers. They both have battled shin splints throughout their careers here, and it's just amazing the work that they've done on and off the court to be able to continue at this point in their 4th season and do so well at the net is really amazing.
And finally, Coach Graff, my final question for you. One of the another unique things about the Gorlocks is your depth at setter. You use 2 setters. You've rotated 3, actually, have been playing a little bit down the stretch. Can you talk about them?
Yeah, we actually have 1 in each class, which is kind of nice so that we only lose 1 next year. We'll have 3 more returning. And Kelsey and Ashley have done most of the work for us this year, but Jenna's always a spark plug off the bench for us. It's just very exciting to see. And then actually our freshmen got to play quite a bit this weekend with us down in Emory. So we're excited about the setters that we have, and we hope that they continue to develop and grow with us.
Well, thank you for joining me today, Coach Graff, and we look forward to seeing you on Saturday.
Great. We'll see you there.
We are joined by Principia College head coach Marianne Sprague. Thank you for joining me today.
Yes, good to be here.
Coach, you guys are making your first SLIAC tournament appearance since 2013. Can you talk a little bit about the moment that you were able to clinch a spot into the tournament? What was the team's reaction like?
Gosh, well, it was just wonderful because it was kind of a culmination of just fearless play, and it was so nice to not only get in but know early. It was just hats off to the team because they just won when they could have lost a lot, and they just stuck with it. So it was just a really good feeling, kind of rewarding what that group has done.
One of the things I've noticed this year about the Panthers has been your ability to have 2 attackers really help your team out in Sophia and Emily. Can you talk about their seasons just a little bit?
Yeah, Sophia was not real happy with her season last year, and so mentally and physically, she definitely committed to preparing differently, and you can tell. And Emily, we've been trying to figure out the best way to get more swings out of her from different spots, and the beach season for both of them really gave them an increased sense of IQ and a increased sense of how to move around the court and where to put balls. So I'm real pleased with them, and I feel like we've been able to not overuse them, but they've been extremely effective. So kudos to them.
Principia is known for their team defense, in particular their digs, a couple national rankings along those lines. Can you talk about how you were able to get the whole team to buy into that team defense mindset?
Well, I mean, I like our system, and we've had a culture where we've been number 1 in the nation before with, fairly mediocre teams, if you will. And this group took a little longer to buy into the system. I mean, 3 years. And this year they did buy in. And, they also seem to just be playing for each other well, which so many years everybody uses that term. Let's play for her. But this year they seem to be doing it. I mean, they seem to really, they're like, all right, let's be bold. And if it doesn't work out, that's okay. We've got each other's back. So, and Mia Gill has really stepped up this year, and, in practice or wherever, she's not letting a ball go. And I think that, that really sets the stage for others to join in the fun, if you will, and be relentless in that pursuit. And beach certainly helps it. 2 people, big court, and the point's over unless one of you goes for it. So I feel like that has been instrumental for this year.
Coach, thank you for joining me today, and we look forward to seeing you on Saturday at the tournament.
Thank you. Bye-bye.